What you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
Hey, I'm Amy Chang. I'm a nationally board certified health and wellness coach, and this is Healthy AF. In this podcast, I'll be bringing you all things health, from the newest health strategies to how to tackle those personal roadblocks that just will not let you move forward. So buckle in. We're going to be inspired and instructed, and dadgum, we're going to have a little fun on Healthy AF. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Healthy AF. My name's Amy Chang, and I'm a health coach here at Healthy Life Health and Wellness Coaching. I'm so delighted that you're here with me today. I have sort of a fun story for y'all. I was thinking about motivation and where our motivations come from and what kind of motivations I see in my space of health coaching and behavioral changes that seem to be sustainable, and which ones seem to have that high peak and then a fizzle out. And I'm going to start with a story today. So, my mom and I have been going to quite a few doctor's appointments here lately. It's a new chapter in our lives, and she's really never had to be in a lot of doctor's offices. So we've gotten some good quality time and some new experiences that we've been able to share. This last doctor's office we went to had, they had a lot of things. It's a doctor's office. They've got all the chairs, that are the wipe downable vinyl chairs. A lot of people who are waiting for their appointment or maybe a little confused about when they're going to get called back, or, whispering quietly together. There's always that one person who's like playing TikToks or something on their phone, and it's really loud, and then they're having to turn it down. There's the TV monitor with like the manufactured health, news going on. And I sat right down beside one of the little tables because it had a lot of magazines on it. And I wanted to preoccupy myself with something to do. And they had little pamphlets, and I picked up this little pamphlet. Well, probably wasn't much bigger than a 3x5 piece of paper that was, had 4 sides. And it was one from a church. And it was about a Christian belief church, and it was about sinning and getting to heaven. And it was like, a 4-sided little thing, and had almost like cartoony blocks, and explained what sin was, and if you were sinning, how you could kind of get out of that, who to turn to, that if you continued sinning, you were going to hell, that if you repented, you would go to heaven. And so there was this congruent theme of, hey, you sinner lady, you're sinning and you're going to go to hell. But if you want to go to heaven, and heaven's really cool, and we're all going to heaven. So if you want to go to heaven, you can go to heaven, but you got to stop that sinning. That was the theme. And I read through that as they're trying to get people to change their behavior. This is what I do every day. I work with people who want to change their behavior. And the motivator was, you're doing something bad, or you are bad. And there's something really good that we're all getting, but you're not getting it because you're doing something bad, or you are bad. Okay. Well, that's some real tough motivation to actually create sustainable change from. When we change from that place, typically we make big changes fast that then peter out once we don't get that thing that we want to get that everybody else is getting, right? Like, you don't get to heaven 2 days after you decide that actually you love Jesus and you want to ask for forgiveness. That's usually not the way it happens, right? And so most of us human beings don't do well with our sustainable, easy behavior changes when we have a very, 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 very long, far away goal. Did any of us who were smoking in our 20s think, well, I don't want to have COPD when I'm 85, so I probably shouldn't smoke? No, none of us thought that. We were like, I'm 20, no biggie, I'll stop later. Okay. So when I looked at this brochure, I was like, wow, that's really coming from that point of there's an external result over here. None of that was like how good you're going to feel. It was all there's an external result over here, and there's an external judge over here. And all of it was outside self. And that doesn't feel good. It actually invites in the roles of victim, martyr, and a lot of judgment. So when clients come to me and they're in that state of, oh my God, I'm so bad. I have been eating like crap. I hadn't exercised in years. My stress level's through the roof, but I don't know what to do with it. And I don't have enough time to do it. And I've been working so hard and the kids are here and I'm just trying to get dinner cooked and the house decent and run everybody to all over places. And I try and take care of my mama and I'm getting to my church vacation Bible school. When they come there, I know that that's the first thing we need to attack because they are likely in victimhood and martyrdom with a heaping spoonful of judgment for themselves. And guess what? If you're judging yourself, you are judging other people. It's just impossible to live in a world of judgment and contain it to just self-judgment. Okay. If you're judging you, you're judging everybody around you. That's just the way it goes. And from there, from the judgment of my diet is bad, my working out or not is bad, I am bad, very difficult to make empowered health choices that are sustainable and feel nourishing. They don't feel like that. And so we don't do that. What I didn't see in that brochure that I was really, really shocked about, I mean, just completely shocked that I didn't see the word love. Not one time. Not one time did I see the word love. Not God loves you, not you are loved, not God so loved the world, none of that. I saw none of that. And that for me was the missing piece. That for me is what creates the sustainable, easy, effortless changes. That is what gives us choosing is, well, I really love this body and I want her to keep working for me. So I'm going to feed her well. I'm going to exercise because it feels good. I'm going to keep people in my life who need to be in my life because they fuel me and that relationship fuels me. I'm going to take the time I need to take to reduce my stress because I love me. And of course, I want me to be stressless appropriately, right? That creates some sustainable trajectory for our behavioral changes when we look at choosing. And I think that that's really all I want to say about this. There's one other thing that I want to share that came up for us in the women's coaching group this week. And I just think it was so brilliant. We were talking about being a victim and being a martyr. And it's so easy for me. It is a go-to defense mechanism that is slippery for me, is becoming a martyr and a victim. I lived my life as a mother to 3 young children, a stay-at-home mom, as just hoofing it for everybody else and putting myself in the background. Well, A, I really did put myself in the background, but B, I took on the belief that I had no choice. I had to be in the background. It was my job as a mother. This is just what motherhood was about. And oh, poor me, right? Oh, poor me. I'm a mother and this is just what my life is. Oh, I love little Amy. And also, I'm so glad not to be her anymore. And so we're talking about how easy it is to slip into victim martyrdom, how pervasive it is actually in our environment. Before I started this podcast, I was talking to my producer Moose, and I was saying, the hard part is that most of our society, most of the places we go, and even our internal wiring seems to be telling us you're bad or you're doing something bad, and there's something over here that you really want, and it's way in the future, and we all have it. And so when we try to switch our motivation out of that, how do we even know where to go? We've never lived in a different mindset. We've never lived in love. We don't have love pouring off the TikTok. We don't have love in our conversations, and so how do you make that switch? How do you value coming from something that inspires more long-term effortless change? Coming out of the victim and the martyr. If I'm martyring myself, I'm almost proving to you my worth because I have forgotten that I have any. Ouch. And so in group coaching this week, we came up with this one. The antidote to victimhood is choice. Looking at where you haven't been responsible for what you really want in your life and choosing what you want to do about that. And choosing, hey, maybe I love myself enough to make these changes because they feel good for me. And walking away from, I'm bad or I'm doing something else bad, and everybody else has something else that I want. And if I just change me or fix me, then I'll get that thing. No, girl, you're perfect. You're perfect just the way you are. But if you choose to have something different because you love yourself enough to do it, that's okay. Hope y'all have a great week. Give yourself some grace. Give yourself lots of love. I'm just a phone call away. And I'll see y'all next time on Healthy AF. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Healthy AF podcast. I hope that it has helped you create a new possibility for your health and sets you into action to go get it. If you want more information or if you want to connect with me, visit my website at myhealthylife.coach. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that each new Healthy AF episode will be sent directly to you. Let's take you from where you are to where you want to go.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.